Clear. Type it in the chat box. Can we all hear me loud and clear? Can we all hear me? Confirm you can hear me, guys. Type it in the chat box. I'll say hello in the chat so you see where the chat is. Okay, I'll say hello in the chat. So that's the chat box. I would love to see your responses. We're going to have an interesting session today. All right. So I'll see your responses. Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much for that, Beauty. Okay, so welcome to today's session. My name is Muhammad Suleiman. Elise, can you confirm if you can hear me, please, before I go ahead? Brilliant. All right. So my name is Mohammed Suleiman. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at Debiant Analytics. Okay, and today you guys are going to have a brilliant session as usual. Okay, so before I go into the detailed introduction of myself, I would love to know. Okay, I would love to know how many of us are seeing Nebians for the first time. So if you're seeing Nebians for the first time, type new. Okay, type new. And if you're joining us for at least the second time, maybe last weekend or the weekend before, so a few weeks back, so you're in one of our sessions, type old. Okay, if this is at least the second time joining us, type old. Okay, and if it's your first time, type new. I would love to know how that distribution is. I want to know who is you're seeing us for the first time, so that would shape this particular session. Okay, the news are winning, the new guys are winning, so let's keep it coming. Let's keep our responses coming so we can see the results in the next 1 minute. Okay, so I have 2 people new. Okay, Ucha has joined us before. Ucha, you're welcome back. Okay, I'm sure you would enjoy this session as usual. So let's keep our responses coming. Let's see, are the new guys going to steal the win away today, or do we have more of our old guys here on board? I would love to see your responses, guys. Okay, I'd love to see your responses. I have 3 responses so far. Okay, so while the responses are coming, all right, for the sake of those who are new in today's session, all right, I will be doing a little bit of introduction. Okay, I'll be doing a little bit of introduction. Okay, so I'll first of all introduce myself because you're likely seeing me for the first time, and then I'll go ahead to introduce Nebiant Analytics to us, and we'll get right into it. So today's session is going to be you learning something. Okay, we're going to be prioritizing projects for Meta. Okay, let me not spoil it too much. All right, so that when we get there, you see how interesting this would be. But now, guys, I would need you to confirm in the chat box that you can actually see my screen. Okay, confirm in the chat box that you can actually see my screen. Okay, type crystal clear in the chat if you can see my screen. Okay, I'd love to know if you can see my screen. So type crystal clear in the chat box if you can see my screen. Crystal clear, Manuel, fantastic. Okay, type crystal clear if you can see my screen. I would need your responses this time, guys, so that I know that we are all together and we are ready to go. All right, brilliant. So I can also see some new persons join us. Okay, I can also see a familiar face. I have Adepeju here with us. Adebujo Goshala, you're welcome. So as people are joining, we'll go ahead with today's session. Okay. So today we are going to be working as a business analyst for a company called Meta. How many of us know the company called Meta? Just say I in the chat. Let me know. You know the company called Meta, the creators of Facebook, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, and the likes. How many of us know that the company is called Meta? Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. Beauty knows. Who else? Just one person? Is it just one person? Just one person knows that Meta is the creator of Facebook and all the other familiar apps that myself and yourself uses. Okay, endurance, brilliant. Thank you for the reaction. Okay, great. Now, before we get into the the practicals, the nitty gritties, because we're actually going to build this together today. Okay, I'll show you how that is done. First off, let me introduce myself properly. Okay, so my name is Mohammed Suleiman. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at Nebiant Analytics, and I have close on a decade of experience in the tech space. All right, and 4 of those years I've spent it in the ed tech space, and I've had the opportunity to work with top firms like Alfa Romeo. If you don't know Alfa Romeo is one of Italy's largest luxury car brands, and I worked with their branch in the US, where I pretty much turned a Tableau report, converted it into Power BI. Okay, now in my experience, I've also had the opportunity to help close on 3,000 Africans to make that transition from classroom to getting their first job. And I'm also a top LinkedIn voice. Okay, so that's a brief introduction of myself, and you'll get the slides later on. I'll tell you how to go about getting my slides, so you go into some of the details. You can connect with me as well, ask questions, and I'll be happy to answer. So Nebiant Analytics, if you're hearing of Nebiant Analytics for the first time, Nebiant Analytics is an edtech firm that exists to solve a very specific problems Africans have. And what's that problem? The problem is that when you look at the global front, you find very few Africans in the tech space. The question is why? And the reason is very simple. Africans do not have access to premium tech training programs. Okay? They do not have access to premium tech training programs. And when I say premium, a one-stop shop where you get every single thing you need to make that switch. Okay, and I'll go into more details later in today's session. All right, so we help Africans get into data analytics, data science, and business analysis, and we do that by bringing on board professionals who are experienced in these spaces, and they work with you on real-world projects. So it's not theoretical; it's going to be real-world, practical. Okay, in such a way that you are going to be able to experience what they do on their jobs, and that makes it easy for you to transition into the space as well. Okay, so like I said, I'll go into details shortly. Now today, guys, I said we're going to do something. Okay, for those who joined early, all right, and if you are just joining us, I said we're going to do something today. Okay, and what we're going to do will cover 4 different parts. Okay, first we'll start by building what we call a prioritization matrix for Meta. Don't worry, I'll explain what that is. All right, I'll explain what that is. Okay, we'll build that together. Then we will answer the question: if you want to become a business analyst in the year 2025, what should you do? What should you do? Okay, and then I'll share with you some success stories. After the success stories, we'll then go into a special announcement. And guys, the announcement is truly special for today. Okay, I will not spoil it. Okay, I'll not spoil it. It's a very it's a very special announcement. I won't spoil it at all. So you want to get hold of that announcement, ensure to stick around to the end of the session. You'll also get to ask questions. Okay, you get to ask your questions, any question based on this session or any other session that you've attended in the past, and I'll be super happy to give you your responses and guidance. Okay, so are we ready to start with building a prioritization matrix for Meta? Are you ready? Okay, so I'll show you how to build it. Okay, so even if you did not join with your laptop, maybe you join with your phone, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. What I want you to do is contribute to what I'm doing. Okay, let's follow what I'm doing. By the time you get the recording as well as my slides, you'll be able to recreate whatever it is we'll be doing today together. Okay, so let's get into it. I hope we are ready. Before I present, let me go back. I want to know in the chat. I'm not feeling the energy from you guys. It feels as if the energy is coming from just me. I want to feel the energy from you guys. Type yeah in the chat if you are ready. Type yeah in the chat box if you are ready to go. Type yeah. I want to see at least 10 before we continue. So type yeah in the chat box. Let me see. Okay, I have 4. Fantastic. I have 5. Brilliant. Right now I can feel the energy. Fantastic. Brilliant. So let's keep it coming. Okay, while we go into the case study for today. So now, guys, you have been hired as a business analyst, okay, at Meta. You've been hired as a business analyst at Meta. And, hiring you was even part of the strategy for next year, 2025. Most big organizations do what we call a strategy retreat ahead of the new year so that they can re-strategize and plan based on what they've learned from that current year. Now, hiring you was one move, okay, amongst all the moves in strategizing for the following year. And one of the first tasks you had to do is that they want you to look at all the projects they have lined up for next year. Okay, also have meetings with that as the business analyst. They want you to have meetings with the top decision makers in the organization, and so based on the conclusion from the meeting, you would then design what we call a prioritization matrix that shows how important these projects are. Okay, how important these projects are, how are they going to be prioritized, which one are we investing in first, which one are we doing second, which one can we do pursue with other projects, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we're going to build that together from scratch. All right, and we'll use Microsoft Excel. Okay, Microsoft Excel. Are we together, guys? We'll use Microsoft Excel. Okay, Microsoft Excel. So how many of us are familiar with Microsoft Excel? If you're familiar with Microsoft Excel, okay, if you're Microsoft Excel is very popular. You don't even need to know anything about a computer. You should know Microsoft Excel. Now, if you are not familiar with Microsoft Excel is a fundamental tool when it comes to the tech industry. Okay, it's a very fundamental tool that you need to know how to use, either the data analyst, business analyst, or a data scientist. Okay, so I'm going to go open up Excel, and this is what the interface looks like. Are we together? This is what the Excel interface looks like. So it helps you input data, analyze data, and all of that. Okay, but today we want to use Excel to help Meta prioritize their project. Are we together, guys? Would help Meta prioritize their project. Are you with me? Because I'm going to be telling a story as I'm building it, and I want you to take as much notes as you want to take. If you want to take notes, that's fine. The recording is, this session is recorded, okay? But not everybody will get the recording. If you want to get the recording, you need to stick around until, you know, you need to stick around long enough so you also get to fill out the attendance form, and then, you know, you get the recording and my slides. Also, like I said, you don't want to miss out on the final announcement, and also get the opportunity to ask your questions later on in today's session. So stick around. Now, the first thing I want to do, okay, what I want to do is, I am the business analyst, okay? I am the business analyst. And while I was in the meeting, okay, while I was in the meeting, the CEO mentioned that there are 10 major projects that are going to be worked on next year, 2025, for Meta across all their platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and the likes. Okay, now, as the business analyst, the first thing I want to do is I'll put hash here, okay, just to signify number, or you can say, most popularly, people put SN, okay, S/N, okay, serial number. Are we together, guys? I'll put serial number here. All right, I'll put serial number here, and then I want to have the project name here. Okay, what's the name of the project? All right, the project name. Okay, I want to have the project name in there. All right, and then I want to prioritize the project based on two things. Guys, this is going to morph into a diagram. Okay, it's going to morph into a diagram, and you'll be learning things that you may have never seen in Excel ever before. Okay, so stick around. Now, the first thing you want to look at as a business analyst when you want to prioritize any project is the costs. Okay, costs. What is the cost of that project? All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, how low or how high is the cost on a scale of 1 to 10? Another thing cost is called is effort. Okay, so I'll put or effort. So effort in the sense that how much people, okay, are needed to carry out the project. So that is cost. Okay, cost. Then the second thing you want to look at, guys, I hope you're with me. I can't see your slide. If you can see my screen, please type "I can see your screen" in the chat so that Ofyong knows that it's a specific issue to him or her rather than a general issue. So if you can see my screen, type "I can see your screen" in the chat box. Okay, Adepeju can see my screen. Thank you very much, Adepeju. Who else? Uche can see my screen. Who else can see my screen? George can see my screen. Hafsat can see my screen. So Ofyong, what you want to do is you can leave the call, join back, and see if that fixes the problem. Okay, just step out of the call, step back in, and then see if you can join back. Okay, thank you very much, data science program. You can see one of my team members is already responding to you. All right, check your network and see if that fixes it. So again, the first thing you want to look at as a business analyst is the cost of the project. All right, and then the second thing you want to look at is what? The benefits. Okay, have you ever heard of cost benefit analysis? Okay, cost benefit analysis. That's exactly what we're going to be doing. Okay, if you've never heard of cost benefit analysis, then this is what you're hearing it for the first time. So that's what we're currently doing. All right, so benefit is also known as, okay, benefit is also known as what? Value. So what value is that project going to bring to the company on a scale of 1 to 10? Okay, and then we have it this way. All right, we have it this way. I can just, make the border bold just to, just to have it in a way that I can see all the borders. So let's have it like this. Okay, cost. This is the table. Now, let me number this from 1 to 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then I'll highlight the 1, 2, 3 and spill it over to 10. Okay, so this is 1 to 10. Like I said, there are going to be 10 projects. Okay, and let me have the project named as project 1, project 2, all right, project 2, okay, project 1, 2, and then I just use my field handle to name the rest to project 10, all right, and then based on the meeting you have with the top decision makers in the organization at Meta, okay, you want to score this. You all want to agree on a score 1 to 10. Oh, project on a scale of 1 to 10, what is the cost? If it's very high, super high, then it's a 10. If it is super low, then it's 1. If it's somewhere in between, they are talking of 5. If it's slightly high, maybe 7, 8, depending on what you agree on, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we're gonna score. We're gonna be having that meeting. Okay, but it's still gonna be a long meeting. Do you get my point? So what we want to do now is let's randomly score these projects. Okay, for the purpose of this demonstration, we'll randomly score this project. And guess what? Excel can do that. Okay, so we'll tell Excel, okay, let me increase the boldness of my screen so you get to see what I'm doing more clearly. Now, want to tell Excel that, look, Excel, give me a score from 1 to 10, in here and in here. Okay, so in this particular cell, this is a cell, this box here, I'll double click and type equal to round between. Equal to round between. There's a function called round between. Round between will give you any number after you specify the lowest and the highest number. So I'll click on round between. Okay, and you can see round between is asking me what's the bottom number. I'll say 1. 1 is the bottom number. Okay, comma, what's the top number? I'll type 10. Okay, so I'm just saying on a scale of 1 to 10, give me a random number. Okay, and then I'll hit enter, and it gives me a 5 for this. And then I would use the fill handle down, it fills the rest for me, and then I'll drag it to the side also, and then it fills the rest for me as well. Okay, it fills the rest for me as well. All right, and you can see, can we see what we have here, guys? Can we see what we have? Can we see what we have, guys? Fantastic. Okay, so you can use the fill handle, okay, anytime, and it gives you this. So now that we have these figures, okay, now that we have these figures, we want these figures to remain the same. You can see that when I click on a cell, it's showing the formula. I don't want to see the formula. I want to see the actual figure. So I would use what we call paste special in Excel. Paste special. Very simple. Very, very simple. What do? I would highlight the figures, Control C on my keyboard. You see these dotted moving lines around what I've copied. Without clicking any other thing, Control Alt V on my keyboard. Control Alt V on my keyboard. And that is my paste special. And then I want to say, please give me just the values. I click just the values and click OK. Now, once I've done that, you'll notice that I now have, when I click on 7, for example, you can see I have 7 in the formula bar instead of that formula that I wrote initially. So that makes it clean and as if you typed it one after the other. Okay, so now that we have this, let's go directly into building the prioritization matrix. So this is the summary of the meeting, but it's if you share this particular table with your top organization for decision makers, the CEOs, COOs, okay, what are they going to use this table for? Okay, which project are we doing first? Which one should we invest first? Okay, so it's very difficult looking at it from a table perspective, and this is what you do to fix that as a business analyst. You highlight this area from the first project alongside the 2 scores, and then you click on insert, the insert tab, click on insert, and then you want to click on this tiny little chart that says insert scatter. Okay, it's called a scatter diagram. So I'll click on that particular diagram, and I want to click on the first chart. I want to click on the first chart. So I'll click on the first chart, and that gives me this. Okay. Are we together? So we are trying to put it in the form of a diagram, okay, so that we can now share this diagram, and the diagram is more descriptive of what we discussed in the meeting rather than sharing an ordinary table. Are we together? Are we together? We'll fix the diagram now. We'll do some tweaks here and there, change one or two things. Okay, are we together, guys? Are we together? Are we together? Are you learning something? Are you learning something already? Don't worry, you still learn more, okay? But are we learning something already? Brilliant. I'm glad. I'm super glad. Let's continue. Let's continue. So you see this series 1 and series 2 down here. I don't need it on the charts. So we're working on the charts now, all right? So this series 1 and series 2, I don't need it. So I'll click on that and hit delete on my keyboard. Where is my delete? I hit delete on my keyboard and it goes away. All right, it goes away. So the second thing I want to do, all right, the second thing I want to do is this. I would right click on the charts. Okay, I right clicked on the chart and I want to click on select data. Select data. Watch me closely, guys. Okay, I'll click on select data and this pops up. I'll see series 1 and series 2. Guys, I only need series 1. I only need one of the series. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll click on series 2. I'll click on series 2 and click remove here. Remove. All right, I'll click remove. So I'm left with series 1. Okay, I'm left with series 1. So I'll click on it and then click on edit. Okay, I click on edit. Now what I will do is this. You see, I have series X values, series Y values. Okay, series X values, series Y values. So I want this cost rating, okay, to be in the X values, and I want this benefit rating to be in the Y values. How do I do that? Easy peasy. You see all this jargon inside this box here, all this jargon inside. Let me call it jargon, okay? Because they are jargon. I'll just, highlight everything, okay? I highlight everything, and then I would highlight the cost from the data itself. I'll highlight the cost from the data itself, okay? I would highlight the cost from data itself. See, just take that out. Okay, I think I wrongly. Okay, let me highlight it, delete, and let me highlight again. Brilliant. Okay, so the reason it popped the error initially was that I did not highlight everything in that cell correctly. Okay, initially. So I'll do the same for series Y axis. I'll highlight everything here, delete it, okay, and then go ahead to highlight the benefit or value. So now that I have the cost or effort in the x-axis and the benefit in this y values box, I'll then click on OK. All right, click on OK and click on OK again. And now what I have on this chart is on a scale of 1 to 10 here. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, okay, this is the costs. And on a scale of 1 to 10 here, this is the benefit. So cost here, benefit here. Are we together? Can you see my mouse? Costs from left to right at the bottom, then benefit from down to top. Okay, so this particular point here is for a particular project, okay, that has a high cost and a high benefit. Are we together, guys? Are we together? We're getting towards the real thing. We're getting in there. Okay, are we together? All right. By the time I put in the labels now, you would see it. So the next thing I want to do, guys, is this. This point here, if you count, can we count how many points I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. All right, brilliant. So let's see, okay, which projects, All right, which projects are these? Okay, let's see which projects are all of these points. All right, so what I'll do is I'll click on this first project. Okay, I'll click on this first project. Okay, and you see that all of them are highlighted, all of the points are highlighted, and I'll right click on any one of them. Okay, and click on add data label. Okay, add data label. Now once I add data label, you see that it adds a data label on it, but we don't want the numbers, we want the project names. Okay, so I'll then click on any of the data label that I just added, right click on it and click format data label, format data label. And what I want to do is I want to tell Excel, I want you to use these project names from project 1 to 10 to name those points. Okay, I want to see which points are which projects. So what I'll do then is this box here that says value from cells, I'll click that box, and that allows me to tell Excel that, look, I want you to use these values here to name those points. Okay, to name those points, and then I click OK. All right, I click OK. Now, the moment I click OK, guys, can you notice? Can you see what I have here? Okay, can you see what I have here? Guys, can you see what I have here? I have project 6, project 1, project 9. Okay, but I have some other numbers in there that I don't want. I just want the project numbers, just the project numbers. So what I'll do is, you can see that value from cells is now selected. So I'll just unselect Y values and unselect leader lines. And now I can see the project. Can we see it? Project 1, project 2, project 8, project 6, project 10, project 9, project 4, project 7. Are we together? Are we together? We're making progress, real progress. Let me close this down. We're making real progress, guys. So are we together? Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I want you to type in the chat, I'm with you, I'm with you. Okay, type I'm with you in the chat if you've learned something so far. Like I said, the session is recorded. Okay, so it's a demo. This is me showing you what it's like to be a business analyst. All right, this is something you can do in a couple of minutes. Okay, once you've mastered it, you can do it in a couple of minutes. All right, so now you can see that I have projects. I have project 1, project 10, you know, on different aspects of the chart. So what I want to do is I want to label this chart as what? My costs. This part on the bottom from 0 to 9. Okay. Okay, so I have it as 0 to 9. So let's first fix it. Let's ensure that it is 0 to 10. Okay, instead of 0 to 9, 0 to 10. So I'll click on that axis. Okay, that says 0 to 9. Right click on it, and you see, I'll right click on the axis and click on format axis. Format axis. So when I click on format axis, you can see I have bounds. Okay, minimum and maximum. I'll change it maximum to 10. That's all. Change the maximum to 10. Hit enter. Okay, hit enter. And you now notice that I have it as what? Okay, let's look at it. I have it as 0 to 10, but now it's in 2 steps. I don't want 2 steps. Okay, I don't want 2 steps. I want, you know, 1 step. Okay, so I would come here and under major, I would say 1. Okay, 1 and hit enter. All right, and that way you now say I have 0 to 10. I have 0 to 10. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, not skipping any numbers. All right, are we together? We're good, right? We're good. We're almost there, almost there, almost there. Just maybe 3 more steps, and we would have finished the prioritization matrix. Okay, are we together? Are we together? Are we together? I need to know we're together. I need to know that we are together. So type in the chat if we are together. Okay, tell me something. Tell me something. Make a noise. You know, send an emoji. Let me see that. All right. So brilliant, brilliant. So I want to now label this 0 to 10 down here, okay, as my cost or effort, okay, just as it is here. Let me show you. Just as it is here, I want to label it, all right? And then I also want to label this 0 to 10 that is on the left-hand side here to benefit or value, okay? So to do that, very simple. I click on the charts, okay? Click on chart design. And on the left-hand side here, I want to click on add chart elements, okay? Hover my mouse on axis titles, okay? Axis titles. First off, I click on the primary horizontal. And now you can see axis title here. So I can type anything I want here, but there is a catch, okay? So I come back here, click on add chart element again, axis title, and this time primary vertical. So I have both axis titles here. Now, to bring in the titles, very easy, very easy. I won't type. I'm not going to type. Since I already have cost, benefit, cost and benefit here, all I need to do is to bring them inside here. How? Click on this particular axis title, go to my formula bar. This is my formula bar. This is called your formula bar in Excel. All right, I'll go to my formula bar, equal to, I'll type equal to, and then click on the title I want. This is cost or effort. I hit enter, and then you see cost or effort appears there. So if for a reason I change this title here, it's going to change in here. All right, but before I do that, let me put the benefits in here. So I click on this one, formula bar equal to, all right, equal to, and then I click on benefit or value, hit enter. Okay, I hit enter, and then you see benefit or value. So just for reference now, if I change this to just costs, okay, costs, and I hit enter, okay, you see that the title also changes on the chart and says costs, just to show you how that works. Are we together, guys? Are we together? I've changed it back. Did we see that? Did we see that change? When I change the title, okay, it changes on the chart as well. So that's the whole point, right? So if I change benefit as well, let me type benefit, or let me type my name, let me type Mohammed, okay, so that you see it exactly. Let me type Mohammed quickly. All right, so you can see this as this now changes to my name. All right, but we're not going to put my name there. I'll put benefits, okay, benefit or value, okay, and it changes to benefit or value. Brilliant. Now, finally, we want to know what box this this particular each of these projects fall in, right? So we're gonna have 4 boxes. Okay, are you with me? I'm gonna ask you for these 4 boxes later on. Okay, I'll ask you for these 4 boxes later on. Okay, I'll ask you for these 4 boxes later on. All right, so to design the 4 boxes, I would open up I would open up I would open up PowerPoint. Okay, so let's open up PowerPoint. Let me open up PowerPoint. Let's quickly design the 4 boxes. Okay, let's quickly design the 4 boxes. Where is my mouse pointer? All right, 1 second. All right, so when you open up PowerPoint, guys, do we know PowerPoint? Have you seen PowerPoint before? Microsoft PowerPoint. PowerPoint. How many of us know PowerPoint? I'm not saying can you use PowerPoint. Do you know PowerPoint? Have you heard of PowerPoint before? Okay, Endurance has heard of PowerPoint. Let me see. Those of us who knows how to use PowerPoint or who has heard of PowerPoint. Okay, brilliant. So if you've never used PowerPoint before, all you need to do is just type PowerPoint in there. PowerPoint. Okay, PowerPoint in your search bar, and you would see the app in there. So that's PowerPoint. Okay, that is PowerPoint. So when you click on that, it's going to open up this page for you. And what we want to use it for is to design the 4 boxes. How? Simple. So I'll click on this particular page, create a clean sheet for me, and then I'll insert a shape. Click on shape. Okay, I'll click on triangle and draw a triangle. Okay, I'll draw a triangle. All right, I'll draw a triangle. Now, what I want to align it here, okay, and stretch this in a way that it's now half the page. You can see, can you see the red line dividing the page into two? Okay, left and right. Can you see it? It's dividing it into two, left and right. Are we this thing I'm doing is very important that you take note of. So the adjustment will be done in such a way that you first divide it, you first stretch it in a way that it now divides the page left and right into two. Then you now start dragging it down. Again, now it divides it top, top, bottom. So it now divides that page into 4 equal parts, and then I release it. Okay, I'll release it, and then I'll click on the chart and do Control D to duplicate. Control D to duplicate, and then I drag this here to the side. You can see it fits that particular side. I'll click on this first one again, Control D again, and drag it down. Okay, go to the first one again, Control D again. Where is it? Control D, and put that in here. So you can see it sort of creates 4 boxes. All right, but all the 4 boxes are the same color, so it's not going to be easy to spot stuff on the on this particular 4 box. So what I want to do is I'll change the colors. Okay, so for the first one, I'll click on shape fill. I want to use this color. I'll click on the second one, shape fill again. I'll use this color. I'll click on the third one, shape fill again. I'll use this color. Okay, and finally shape fill and let's use this color. All right, so I have these 4 different colors in here. Okay, I have these 4 different colors in here. So what I want to do now is this. Okay, what I want to do now is this. I'll then click on File on the top left, okay, and then click on Save As, okay, Save As, and then I'll click on this PC, all right, this PC, and I'll just save it in my downloads. So I want to save it in my downloads, all right, I want to save it in my downloads. So I want to save it as prioritization. Okay, prioritization matrix. Let's say prioritization matrix. Okay, and instead of just clicking on save, I want to save it as. So what I'll do is I'll click on that PowerPoint, and I want to look for JPEG. This is JPEG. Okay, JPEG simply means. So I'll click on save. I'll click on JPEG. All right, you can see JPEG is now here, and then I'll click on save. Once I click on save, it's going to ask me which slides do you want to export. I'll click on just this one. All right, and then it saves this particular slide as a picture in my downloads. Okay, I'll take you, don't worry, you see how that plays out. All right, you see how all of that plays out. So let's come back here. So now that I'm here, instead of these grid lines on the charts that I'm seeing, I want that image that I created to be behind the chart, so that those 4 boxes that I just created using the image, the 4 boxes I created using the image, this project will fall into one of the boxes, and I can then decide that, oh, this is the project we need to do first based on the cost benefit analysis. Isn't that brilliant? Isn't that brilliant? I'll put that image, the 4 boxes behind the project, and based on the cost benefit analysis, I will then know, okay, this is the one we have to do first, or this one cost us more money, much money, and will not even benefit us as an organization. So let's go ahead and do that together. So I'm just going to click, I'll remove these grid lines. Okay, so I'll click on any of the grid line and delete, click delete on my keyboard. All right, and you can see the horizontal grid lines are gone, and then I'll click on the vertical grid lines, delete. So now my chart area is bare, no grid lines. So I'll now right click on the plot area and say format plot area. Click on format plot area, and then I want to expand fill. Okay, I want to select picture because what I want to bring in is a picture. That's why we saved that PowerPoint as a picture. Okay, I bring the picture, you can see automatically it brings in that picture. That's because that was the last thing, I imported the last time. So, but if yours does not bring in this particular picture, okay, what you want to do is click on insert, yeah, click on from a file, okay, and then you want to go to your downloads, click on downloads here, downloads, and then you're likely going to see that picture called prioritization matrix. So I'll click on that, okay. You remember I saved it as prioritization matrix. I'll then click on prioritization matrix, click on insert, and it brings in that specific picture. Okay, can you see the 4 boxes now? Can we all see that? Can we all see the 4 boxes now? Can you see the 4 boxes now? Let me enlarge it. Can you see it? Exactly. Exactly. Brilliant. Brilliant. So let's quickly analyze what we have here on this chart. Okay. What does this chart tell us? All right. As a business analyst, if you're asked, so I explain what this means. What will you tell us? This is what you see. Now you can see that this, let's start from this box here. Okay. Let's start from this box here. All right. This particular one, this box here. Let's start from this box here. All right. Now, for that box, what projects do I have there? Project what? What projects do I have on that in that box? Looking at the point in this box, type it in the chat. What projects do I have in there? What projects? Very quickly, very quickly. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Somebody should help me. What projects do we have in that particular box? Projects. Let me enlarge it. Let me enlarge it again, so that we would not make any mistakes in the numbers. Okay, let me enlarge it. All right, give me a second. Let me enlarge it so that you guys see it very well. All right, so what projects do I have? Project 6 and project 1. Can you see, based on the points, I have project 6 and 1 in this box. And what this box is for is that this is the high benefit and low cost. You can see on the cost level, it's on the low cost because it is closer to 1. Okay, can you see? From the left to the right, they are towards the left. So that means on the cost front, it is low cost. Okay, but on the benefit front, you can see from 0 to 10, it is on the higher benefit. So this project, okay, this project 1 and 6 have low cost, meaning you need low efforts to put in to get them done, but they have high benefits to the organization. Those kind of projects are called big bets. Okay, big bets. All right. Sorry, not big bets. I beg your pardon. They are called quick wins. All right, not big bets, quick wins, because they are not big bets because the cost you need is very low. Okay, but the benefit is high. So looking at that cost benefit, low cost, high benefit, they are called your quick wins. So you can quickly do them, okay, because you don't need much effort to do them, but they have very high values. So they are wins. Are we together? So these are the kind of projects you want to do first. Okay, these are the kind of projects you want to do first. Are we together? Are we together, guys? Are we together? Are we together? Exactly. Okay, exactly. Now, these are the projects you want to do first. Now, in this blue box, can we see the projects that are there? Can you tell me the projects that are there in this blue box? Tell me the projects that are there in the blue box. What projects are there in the blue box? And guys, meanwhile, in the attendance, in the chat box, you see my team member posting the attendance link. Okay, so if you want to get the recording of what we've just done, fill in the attendance form, you get my slides, you get the recording, and we still have so much more in stock for you. Okay, project 9 and 10 are in the blue box. Endurance, beauty, brilliance. Okay, you guys responded. Project 9 and 10 are in this blue box. Now, what is this blue box for? The blue box is for high costs and high benefits. High costs and high benefits. Okay, so this particular box falls under high cost, high benefit. So what this projects mean is that these projects are those are the main projects. They are capital intensive in terms of the effort or cost you need to put in, as well as the benefit it brings to the organization. Okay, so those kind of projects you want to venture into it next year when maybe you've made a lot of revenue. Okay, so maybe you want to push it late into the year when revenue is high and you can easily foot the bill, or your budget at the beginning of the year, you want to channel it to this project. Are we together, guys? Are we together? These are the two main projects. Okay, are we together? But before you go into this, you want to quickly clear project 1 and project 6. So you know that those ones are off the table. And then you move into you can then start to look at the big bets, okay, which is project 9 and 10. Are you guys feeling my story up until this point? I'm trying to tell you a story. So are you feeling my story? Story. You know that here when we say story, you say exactly. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So as a business analyst, when you've told the organization that look, project 9 and project 10 are those projects that you want to invest in, okay, next year mainly. You now want to tell them that look, while you are doing project 9 and 10, which are the main projects, you also want to take advantage to now look at project 2, project 8, and project 5. You do it as side hustle when you are doing this big bets. Okay? When you are doing project 9 and 10, project 5, project 8, and project 2 would be our side hustle. I don't know if I'm making sense here. Why is it going to be side hustle? Side hustle because you can see that on the cost benefit front, okay, for project 2, 8, and 5, it is of low cost and low benefit. Low cost, low benefit. Okay, but they are projects, right? So those kind of projects, you want to embark on them, okay, as soon as you've kickstarted the big project. So because you've kickstarted the big project and most of your resources have gone in there, you can just channel in the leftovers into this one, okay? Because it's just low effort and low benefits, all right? So you can do them, side by side, as side hustle, okay? Like I mentioned earlier. Are we together? We're coming to the end of my story now. Okay, we're coming to the end of my story. Guys, can you tell me what projects are in this yellow box? Tell me what projects are in the yellow box. Project what and what are in the yellow box? Fantastic. Project 4 and 7. Project 4 and 7. Brilliant. Now, project 4 and 7 are AKA, listen to me very well, AKA, also known as money pit. Do you know what a money pit is? You just be putting, that project where you just be putting your money, nothing is coming out. You invest a lot inside, nothing is coming out. And you're like, look, I've already invested, so much in this project. I'll just keep putting it until it now turns into a sunk cost fallacy for you. That kind of project. That is what project 4 and project 7 are. They are called money pits. Very high costs to get them done or effort and low benefits. Okay, so project 4 and project 7, you want to pend them. You don't have to do project 4 and project 7 next year. Okay, if they don't have benefits like project 9 and 10, okay, and if you look at them, they're going to cost, if you're going to embark on these two, okay, they're going to cost you even higher than project 9 and 10 combined, because project 10 is a little cheaper in terms of cost than these two. Okay, look at it's on number 7 when it comes to cost analysis. These ones are on number 8. So if you look at it now, project 4 and project 7 saves you cash to even focus more on project 9 and 10. And like I said, as you are focusing on project 9 and project 10, you are doing project 2, 8, and 5 on the side. Okay, and before you even venture into these, you would have already cleared project 1 and 6 off the table. Isn't that brilliant? Isn't that brilliant? that you give this kind of insight to your organization, to Meta, and say, look, this is our strategy for next year, covering all 10 projects that we're going to be doing. So we would not be venturing into some specific project. We would only be looking at this project, that project, and so on and so forth. Are we together, guys? Are we together? Are we together? Are we together, guys? Brilliant. Okay, brilliant one. Brilliant one. So, having said that, okay, having said that, and one last thing, okay, let's change our chart title. Let's change our chart title to prioritization Meta 2025 projects cost benefits analysis. Okay, cost benefit analysis. All right, so you're looking at the costs, looking at the benefits for each of the projects. Okay, so and this is how to create one. So if you've built once you built this later on, okay, like I said, if you look at the chat box, you see the link in the chat. Fill in that link to the attendance, and that way we will get this material, the recording, everything that you need to build yours across to you later on. Okay, so if you feel that, well done. If you've not, do well to fill it so that you don't miss out on these valuable projects that you can add to your portfolio or post online. Okay, so guys, this is a sniff or a snippet, okay, of what you need to do, okay, as a business analyst if you are hired for a very large organization like Meta, and you can do this in 10 minutes. Once you understand this, you can do it in 10 minutes right there in the meeting, and you can present again. So I hope you've learned something, okay, and this is the first thing. Okay, so in the next 30 or so minutes, I'll now summarize. If you want to become a business analyst, how exactly should you go about it? How many of us wants to know exactly how we can become a business analyst? You want to know the how. How did I learn all these things? Muhammad, for example, that's myself. How did I know how to do this? Okay. How many of you want to know exactly how you should become a business analyst heading into 2025? Okay. What should be your plan if you want to become a business analyst, or you want to even enter into tech, either as a data analyst or a data scientist or a business analyst? How many of us wants to know? You want to have that knowledge to be able to build something like this that we built together today. Brilliant. So for you to become a business analyst, all right, there are certain things that you need to know. Okay, there are certain things that you need to know. First is these three things. Okay, so if you are asking, okay, Nebiant Analytics, why did you choose these three career paths: data analytics, data science, and business analysis? These are the three reasons, right? First off, it's easy to learn. Easy to learn in the sense that pretty much anybody from any background can get into this space and get a very good chance to succeed. Okay, anybody from any background, you can look at what we built today. Whether you are an engineer, or you are a stay-at-home mom, or you don't have a degree, or you have a master's degree, okay, in as much as you can get hold of a laptop, okay, and you go back to this video and watch it later on, you will be able to build this on your own. All right, you will be able to build that on your own. And guess what? That thing that you built, as simple as it seems to you, solves a lot of problems in very large organizations. Okay, especially when you are dealing with top management teams like CEOs, presidents of organizations and the likes. Okay, so it's easy to learn. Anybody can jump on it. Okay. Second reason is that it's easy to transition. And when I say easy to transition, what I mean is when you look at the job boards, the top job boards like LinkedIn, Indeed, where you can actually apply to jobs and search for jobs, there are truckloads of opportunities on a daily basis. Guys, on a daily basis, truckloads of opportunities across data analytics, business analysis, and data science. And that's a good reason why you want to get into the space. Another good reason, right? And finally, fantastic salary projections. First, I love to tell people that look, as a business analyst, you earn the highest. Okay, you earn the highest compared to the data analyst and the data scientist. And guess what? Those guys are not anything underpaid at all. They earn very fine. High workers. I've worked as a data scientist and a data analyst myself. Okay, and I absolutely loved it. All right. So if I now tell you that as a business analyst, you get to earn even slightly higher than that. Okay, that's what this gives you. So if you're looking to switch, okay, you're looking to move into a career that guarantees you or moves you a lot closer to your financial security, to those financial goals that you want to meet, this is the right thing for you to do. Okay, this is the right thing for you to do. So these are three reasons why these career paths are the best bet for you heading into 2025. Okay, so and this brings us to the how. Okay, this brings us to the how. Will one with zero knowledge in tech be this good within 2 to 3 months of joining? Don't worry, that question will be answered in one of my slides, CJ. Okay, you see people who literally joined 3 weeks of joining, they got jobs. Okay, and you can even reach out to them yourselves and ask. Okay, 3 weeks into the program, they got jobs. One got job while on the program. Okay, some people get jobs after the program, right? So these are the spectrum of people that we have. Don't worry, we'll get there. Okay, so as a business analyst, some of the things you need to focus on, some of the tools you need to focus on are what you can see on my screen right now. Okay, but I'll go into details. And I've tried to include the World Economic Forum Future of Jobs reports. Okay, in this forum, in this World Economic Forum Future of Jobs report, okay, put together by billionaires, a group of billionaires, thought leaders, and leaders in the industry, politicians, juggernauts in the space. They come together to discuss what trajectory some very vital economic topics would go heading into the future. And one of it is our jobs. All right. So it was projected that jobs like the business analyst, are likely to grow additionally by another 30 to 35%. Let me put it into perspective so you understand what this means. Right now, remember I said there are truckloads of opportunities. Recruiters and organizations are looking for business analysts like crazy. By the year 2027, heading into the future, 2027, 2028, that appetite of needing a business analyst would have increased by another 30 to 35%. What does this mean for you? It means that this is the best time to get into career paths like business analysis if you're thinking down that line. Okay? So, what's the job? What's the actual job of a business analyst? Who is a business analyst? Okay? You've seen a snippet of what we've done today, and that's the tip of the iceberg, right? But who's a business analyst? All right, who's a business analyst? Now, let me use a story to explain who a business analyst is. Okay, let me write here. So this is the business analyst. Permit me to use a stick man. Okay, don't worry, business analysts are usually more handsome and more beautiful than this. So don't mind this, my drawing. Okay, should I go ahead? Permit me to draw. Should I go ahead? I want to explain who a business analyst is. So imagine this is the business analyst, all right? Okay, brilliant. So the business analyst always finds themselves in between. They're like a middleman. Okay, when you want to speak with, let's assume you want to speak with an Arabian that does not understand English, all right, and then you happen to have a friend that understands Arabic. Okay, now your friend becomes the middleman. Okay, that's like what a business analyst is. Okay, let me write BA, the business analyst. Now, the business analyst finds themselves in between top level management teams like the CEOs. Okay, these are the CEOs, and a tech team, the developers. Okay, I'll call them devs. Devs. Don't worry, they're not devils. They're just developers. Okay, this is just short form for developers. Now, CEOs always want to build stuff for their business. Oh, we want an app where patients can book book an appointment with a doctor without having to leave their home. Okay, and they have that appointment without having to leave their homes. All right, I want this patient to be able to also make payments, through that particular app. So all of these things that they are saying, I want, I want, I want, I want, you are documenting it as a business analyst, and you are ensuring that these developers align with this expectation. Okay, aligns with this expectation. All right. So that's your job as a business analyst. You document, okay, and then you ensure that these guys align with each other. That's your job as a business analyst. All right, that's simple. So for you to do this job and carry it out effectively, all right, some of the things you need to understand are you need to understand a little bit of data, how to use tools like Excel. Excel is what we use today to build these fantastic charts in front of us. Okay, this was Excel, Microsoft Excel, the same Microsoft Excel people use, and you were able to build this to categorize and prioritize the project, right? So you need Excel. You also need Power BI. Okay, Power BI is a business intelligence tool that allows you to automate your reports, and you also need SQL. SQL is a database tool where organizations store their data. You work with some organizations that use SQL. So because of that reason and that possibility, we want you to have the knowledge of SQL so that you can be able to find your way around databases when you come across them. And guess what? You see these three tools that I've circled here. These three tools. These are data analyst tools. Okay, so we've added it to the program for business analysis simply because when you look at the space, recruiters are now asking for business analysts that also have a good idea about data. So having these three tools in your CV as a business analyst is a game changer for you. All right, it's a game changer for you. Okay, so apart from all of this, you need to learn what we call SDLC, software development life cycle. Now, I know when you hear software development, you're like, oh, Mohammed, am I going to be writing code? Capital letter? No. Okay, as a BA, you won't be developing a software, but you need to understand the life cycle of a software. Do you remember back in primary schools, those days, life cycle of a mosquito? If you went to that kind of school, you remember you drew the life cycle of a mosquito. Can we remember, or is it just me that went to that type of school where you draw the life cycle of a mosquito from, I don't know, is it the egg now or the cockroach? The life cycle of a cockroach. How many of us did it? I'm sure. Okay, I can see the hands now. Exactly. So that is exactly how you want to learn the life cycle of developing software. So that when these guys, those developers, do you remember the developers, guys? Do you remember the developers? These guys. So that when these guys come and say, oh, I had trouble with my code. Oh, the next thing I want to do is this. You are not just there saying, okay, yes, 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 yes. You are actually in line with what they're talking about, the next steps. And that way, you can be able to align with them, okay, easily. You can be able to align with them more easily. So that's why software development life cycle is an important aspect of the BA training. Okay, and then you get to learn Miro, Azure DevOps, Draw.io, Jira, and all of this helps you carry out your documentation, your process mapping, helps you apply what we call the agile methodology. Okay, agile methodology. The agile methodology is delivering a project bit by bit instead of all at once. So that way there's transparency, there's flexibility, and you can still meet up with the deadline regardless. Okay, and that's the agile methodology. You can see documenting a PRD. You use Azure DevOps, for example, to get that done. And on top of that, you also get to learn AI, generative AI. You're doing one or two things, either across your data analysis or even the business, analysis of training. Okay, and the training goes for 3+ months. Okay, for the business analysis program, you have a 3+ month program, and then you get the opportunity to intern, okay, after your program has ended. So you do a capstone project, which would form the beginning of your internship, and you can then decide to go fully into the internship. Afterwards, there are these opportunities for you, and your classes are on Saturdays, okay, during the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. So on Saturdays, you'll have a live class. You have an instructor on a call like this, just the way I am on this call, sharing their screen, putting you through. Okay, the difference is that instead of just showing you what we've done like a day to day, you would also be able to build it alongside. So it's going to be because it's a 3 hours class, you have all the time in the world, all right, to get that done. So 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., 3 hours, you'll have that particular class, just the way we are on this call right now. And then on Sundays, you get a self-paced video. Okay, a set of self-paced videos. We call them the DID videos, do as I do videos, that helps you practice over the week from Sunday and over the week ahead of the next class on Saturday. So that you are always coming on Saturdays to solve actual business problems. That's what you're always coming to do, to solve actual business problems, so that these experiences can form your own experience, especially when you find yourself, in front of a potential recruiter, and you can share these stories that you have worked on in class. Okay, so um, that's the model that you will be using to learn. And guess what? You'll be building some of these fantastic projects. These are some of the projects our students have worked on. Okay, so I did a screen grab of each of them and said I would show you. And speaking about that as well, okay, these are some of the portfolios of our students. Okay, so ensure to fill in the attendance form in chat box. Okay, when you get this slide, you would come here, you see all these are some of our participants. Some of our participants, who who have designed their portfolio. They worked on some of those projects that I shared on my screen earlier, and you can see for yourself how that looks like. For example, if I click on let me click on Oluwaseun Ojo's portfolio. Okay, so if I click on that, all right, so if I click on that, it takes me to a page where it loads up Oluwaseun Ojo's portfolio. So this Oluwaseun Ojo talks a little bit about himself, and it has a button that says view my portfolio. So once I click on that particular button, it shows me some of the things that Oluwaseun has been able to do. You can see here I have end-to-end data analytics project. You can see some of the other projects Oluwaseun has worked on, gap analysis, Scrum, um, and the likes. Okay, so that's a snippet of what all the others look like as well. If I click on, let's say, Adachi, for example, you get to see Adachi's, another color flavor. Okay, and they use the same resources to create it. You can see view my portfolio, and it's all set and good. You can see the project Adachi has worked on a lot more easily. Okay, so these are so okay. Somebody saying, do they have roles as business analysts? Yes, somebody like Oluwaseun got a job. Oluwaseun got a job the first week that he joined after he optimized his LinkedIn profile. So that's one of the things that we do for you. Also give you resources and help you optimize your LinkedIn profile. And by so doing, you would get, get called by a recruiter. So he got called by another recruiter, and um, um, after he optimized his LinkedIn. Go to his LinkedIn. You can visit their LinkedIn through this portfolio. Okay, so if I go to his LinkedIn, you can see the About Me section. So if I go to contact, here, okay, I can easily click on Oluwaseun's LinkedIn, and this takes me to Oluwaseun's LinkedIn profile. All right, takes me to Oluwaseun's LinkedIn profile, and in that LinkedIn profile, you get to you can reach out to him and all of that. Yes, absolutely. All right, all of them. I'll show you what the resource that they use to build their own portfolio. Okay, I'll show you in the classroom that you will also get access to. Okay, I'll show you in the classroom. So these are some of them, but that's not all. Okay, that's not all yet. Now we understand that you learning all the technicalities is not enough for you to get a job, especially when you want to get into tech. Just learning the technical aspect is not going to land you that job. Okay, so what will land you the job is when you've had those technical training, you also want to have side by side what we call the soft skill training. Okay, so this is our special extra layered support that we offer all our participants. Okay, so we offer this to you alongside your training. So we have weekly guidance and mentorship, CV assessment, LinkedIn profile revamp, to help you boost your personal brand so people can see you and you get a lot of visibility. Um, your Upwork profile will help you set it up, optimize it if you don't have one yet. And you can also get interview preparation, okay, from us whenever it is you have an interview coming up. Many of our participants have reached out to us. Oh, I have an interview coming up next week. And then we sit with them and sit with you and prepare you ahead of um, that particular interview. Okay. And then you also have what we call technical support session. We understand from experience that look, it's very easy for especially people starting out newly to drop off. So what's that problem that needs to be solved? The problem is that when a beginner is stuck, they always need help to proceed. So we offer the technical support session in such a way that every single week, if you have any roadblock, you come into that session, you can share it with your facilitator, and they will help you solve the problem ahead of the next week so that you can keep on moving. And last but not the least, okay, last here on this page, but not the least, is lifetime access to Mediant. So all your materials, your class coordinator, your facilitator, you'll be on a group with them for life. Okay, and you can always reach out for help. So for example, let's say after your program has ended, you now have an interview coming up. All you need to do is to reach out. We will prepare you ahead of that interview at no extra costs, and that goes a long way in portraying a large community that we intend to do. All right, and then um, you also get 1 to 2 months internship opportunities upon completion of the program, and you also get recommendation and reference letters. Okay, recommendation and reference letters. And to put this into perspective, let me show you Oluwaseun's profile. Okay, now if we go to Oluwaseun's profile, let's go to Oluwaseun's profile. So you see exactly what Oluwaseun has done. And many of our participants always do this. So when you register, one of the first things we tell you to do is you want to tap from our own you want to tap from our own brand as an organization. So you want to mention that just close this. So you want to mention that you worked at Navient Analytics as a consultant. Okay, that you worked at Navient Analytics as a consultant, and that way you it means that you can now add Navient Analytics to your profile. And then whenever a recruiter, especially recruiters abroad, they love doing this. Whenever a recruiter hires you or wants to hire you and give you an offer, they ask Navient Analytics to recommend you. Okay, and in as much as we recommend you, we write it in a compelling manner, you always go on to secure that particular offer. That's exactly what we do. Okay, all right. So that's Oluwaseun's profile. You can send him a message. He has close to 2,500 followers on LinkedIn right now as we speak. Okay, and he built this from scratch. Okay, after joining our program. Okay, after joining our program. All right. So okay, great. So I think I escaped. Okay, yeah. So and that brings me to testimonial. So Oluwaseun optimized his LinkedIn, and he got called for an offer the following week. That was the story for Oluwaseun, and he registered for our business analysis program. So business analysis boy is now on LinkedIn. All right. So I also have Lebra Olawale. Lebra Olawale, fantastic professional. She built this particular dashboard in Excel under the guidance of one of our fantastic, instructors. And when she posted this particular dashboard on LinkedIn, okay, somebody reached out to her, to onboard her on, a data project that they were working on. And the list goes on and on like that. Okay, the list goes on and on. Click on this button, you listen to Amaka, you have even some more here, Joshua Bassa, Beatrice. If you've worked in MTN before, you would likely know Beatrice. Okay, so Beatrice works directly with all of our team members, and she was able to land a senior business analyst role abroad. Okay, so these are the things that you need to understand. Okay, heading into 2025, and this is just a little bit of more details about Magdalene, Beatrice, and Wanika. Wanika was a mother of triplets, and as at that point in time, she was out of job. She didn't know what to do. Reached out, and I told her that look, the best thing for you to do now is get into tech, and that experience has been nothing short of amazing. And you can see how also referencing the mentorship programs. All right. So these are some of the comments our students have made about us during the program. You want to go through them. All right. And we've also featured on Tech Cabal and Business Day. So these are the top tech boards. Okay. So what you want to do is go through them to see exactly the impact that we've made so far, and that way you get to see things yourself. Okay, so guys, we have a class starting on the 7th of December. Okay, and I can see a lot of questions in the chat already. Don't worry, I'll take all the questions. Okay, if you dropped a question in the chat, I'll take the questions, and you can see my team member even already giving you responses as well. So how many of us wants to join one of our classes starting 7th of September? And guys, what is coming after this is not what you have predicted, because for those of you who are still on the call right now, I'll soon move into the special offer for today. Okay, now let me spoil it for you. The spoiler is, okay, let me not spoil it yet. Okay, do you have physical class session? We'll come to all of that. All right, so it's a fully online class. Okay, and that's because you know we're helping Africans at large, people from Kenya on the program, people from South Africa, from other um, you know African countries. Okay, so because of that reason, it's purely virtual. Okay, but you have so much time to interact. It's going to be a two-way interaction between yourself and the facilitator. All right, and that has been working, okay, for us and for our participants as well. Okay, so um to start our program, guys, I want us to listen very carefully to what I'm about to say now. Okay, so that you understand. Are we together? So that you understand how you can get yourself enrolled for our class starting 7th of September. Okay, so this is where you want to drag out your pen and paper and list all the things Muhammad is going to say now. Now, for you to get into one of our classes, the normal price for you is 320,000 naira. You want to get into either the business analytics class or the data analytics or the data scientist class. What normal price is 320,000 naira. Now, as I speak with you, okay, as I um as I speak with you, okay, you have a discount. Instead of paying 320,000 naira, you get to pay 250,000 naira. And if you are going for 250,000 naira discount, listen very carefully, guys. Listen very carefully. I know you have spoiled it already. If you look down here, you can see something, but I'll get to that in a bit. Now, if you're going for the 250,000 naira discount, right, you will pay in two installments. Okay, 150 to get yourself started, and 100,000 1 month into the program to balance the 250, which is the discounted slot up. And in fact, you can even split these two installments into three installments, such that you use 50,000 naira. You can lock down your discount right now at 50,000 naira, which means even if you come back, at the end of when you want to start your class, you come back and you're like, oh, I made a deposit of 50,000 naira. I want to continue topping up. If that's your plan, okay, it means that what the discount means is that you will not need to bother about the normal price. Okay, the moment you make that initial 50,000 naira, that secures your slot for you. You can then top up two more times to complete your payment. Okay, and these are our account details. Okay, these are your account details: 00989999047 Sterling Bank. Okay, you want to lock down your discount right now, but wait, don't lock it down yet. Wait, don't lock it down yet. Okay, are we together? Do not lock it down yet. Do you know why? Who can tell me why I'm saying you should not lock it down? Who can tell me why Mohammed has said don't lock it down yet? That is because we are announcing our Black Friday deal, and the Black Friday deal is a 50% discount off. Okay, and that is a limited offer that closes on Friday. Okay, it closes this Friday, and it's a one-time thing. So instead of paying 320,000 naira, the prices are up for each of our programs are slashed into half, 50% off. And this deal is on right now until Friday. Come Friday, this is off the table for good. You won't see this again. All right. So it's a one-time payment, 160,000 flat. You make that commitment, and you are you won't make any other payment after this. 160k, and the slot is gone. Friday, don't come back for Black Friday. It is gone. Okay. So the slots are limited also. 50 people, and this was announced earlier this morning. 20 slots are gone already as I'm speaking with you, as at 4 p.m. when I last checked. This is 9 p.m. Okay, so if you want to take advantage of that, of this discount, it's a rare discount. You are never going to, don't worry, you will never see this again. Okay, I'm assuring you that. So what you want to do is make that deposit of $160,000. I'm speaking to you now. Secure your slots. This is a one-time offer. You won't get it again. Okay, so first to come ends the deal. So it's either 50 people take the offer or the slots, and then the discounts, the Black Friday deal is off the table. Okay, and then we revert back to the normal discount, okay, that I mentioned earlier. Or once Friday reaches, even if it's not up to 50 people, the deal, the Black Friday deal is also closed. So it is in your best interest that if you're looking to get into any of these career paths, okay, secure your slot right now. This is the best deal you can ever get here at Levians. And when you even look at the front of, go and look at other places, compare the value. We did cost benefits analysis today. So look at the cost and the benefits of what you get with us at Levians, the lifetime the lifetime access to us and all of that. And I'll show you the platform. Okay, let me show you the platform very quickly. Okay, but I want to know, are you securing your slots now? Or if you've secured your slots, let me know in the chat box so that I tell you the next thing to do. If you've secured your slots already, type I have, and then I'll tell you the next thing to do. I plan to start in January 2025. How do I take advantage? Register it now. Okay, so thank you for that question, Olushola. So if you want to start in January or even February next year, you can still lock down your discounts now using this Black Friday deal. Okay, and when you're filling the form, which is the next thing I was about to tell you, when you're filling the form, your enrollment form, it then indicates that, oh, you want to start so and so time. Okay, so it's part of the enrollment process. Okay, meaning that even if you want to start in January or in February, you can actually, still take advantage of this Black Friday deal. Again, Friday, once Friday is gone, nobody should call me, okay, and talk about the Black Friday deal. I'm gonna pretend as if it never even happened. Okay, so take advantage of this particular deal. This is the best deal you can get right now. Okay, and once this is off, we then revert back to the installment payment for the 250 discount. Okay, the Black Friday deal is a one-time payment. You lock down your slot and it is off the table. You know that yes, you're committed to starting in using this particular deal. Okay, now what you want to do is once you've locked down your slot, I've not seen information reaching me is saying that 3 people have already locked down their deal right now using the Black Friday discount, and they are on this call. I'm not sure if they are on this call or in some of the other platforms where we posted the Black Friday deal. So if you have locked down yours, type it in the chat. Let me know. I'll give a special congratulations here. Okay, I'll tell you what you need to do. All right. So what you need to do after you've locked down your discount, okay, or you've used the Black Friday, slot, what you want to do is send me a message. Okay, send me a message via WhatsApp, and I'll walk you through on the enrollment process. All right, 0703 215 8619. I will personally help you out with that particular process. Okay, 0703 215 8619, Muhammad Suleiman, and you are good to go. Okay, you are good to go. All right, so this is the point where I'll open up the floor to questions. So if you want to ask questions, you can type it in the chat box. I saw some questions asked earlier. I'm going to go into those questions, answer the questions, and probably show you what it is really to get into one of our programs, what the platforms you'll be using look like. Okay, so let me see the questions. Let me see the questions. You can type it in the chat box. Will one with zero knowledge in tech be this good within 2 to 3 months of joining? Capital letter, absolutely. Okay, not an ordinary absolutely. Capital letter, absolutely. Okay, and that's a testament to that is that our participants are currently working jobs. Okay, they're working jobs as data analysts, business analysts, data scientists. All right, and that goes to show you how impactful these sessions are. And the reasons these sessions are that impactful is because of the model we operate. So instead of teaching you theory and asking you to go, we not only teach you the practicals, the way it is on the job, we also offer ongoing support such that you can constantly reach out to us even after your training program. No other, take it away from me. No other, you wouldn't find any other place where that would happen. Okay. And that's further communicates what our vision is as Nebiant Analytics. All right. Saying that, look, we want to build, top tech talents. Okay. And we want to help Africans, achieve that as well. All right. So that's about that particular aspect. I hope that answers your question, CJ. Are these people all having jobs now as business analysts? Absolutely. All right. So you have, some of them are business analysts currently, like Oluwaseun. Some of them are data analysts currently, like Libora. Some of them are data scientists. Okay. Some of them are currently interviewing. All right. So, and these things that I've talked to you about, I've talked about today, are the things that they use. All right. Learning a course here, would the person be able to have his or her own portfolio like this? Another capital letter, absolutely, CJ. And let me show you how that plays out. I hope you're locking down your discount because it's the discount slots are going. Okay, take a snapshot of this particular page so that you don't miss out. All right, the discounted slots are going. All right, I put my phone number in the chat box so you can reach out to me if you want to, and that would be that would be fantastic to hear from you. All right, so let me show you what the platform looks like. So the moment you enroll in any of our programs, and you can see the classrooms that are already existing, all right, you get enrolled in one of these classrooms. Okay, you get enrolled on onboarding in one of these classrooms. So let me just show you what the business analyst classroom looks like for the September cohort. So the people that registered in September, all right, they are in this particular class. Okay, and guess what? They have everything they need for the program on this platform. Okay, regarding any session they need to join. Okay, and if you look very closely here, you have something called important materials. Important materials. Okay, you have a CV template, you have portfolio creation. So those portfolios that you saw our students build, this was the videos that they watched. This was the video that they watched to create their own themselves. Okay, so all you need to do now, let me tell you what is blocking you now, CJ, from creating your own portfolio is this video. If you click on this video and you watch it, you've created your own portfolio. All right. So, but how do you gain access to this? It's by enrolling. All right. So all of them use this. Okay, and they were able to create different variations of their own portfolio. Okay, by adding those projects they worked on from the class. And speaking about the class, I'll just take you, down their memory lane. So they started with the Excel. This is Excel Live Class 1. Okay, they started with Excel. Okay, so this was the class material that they used for Excel, and this was the login details. So you come here, you click here, you enter into the class, okay, and all your classes are recorded. All your classes are recorded, and because of that, you can always go back to watch the session all over again. And let me click on it to play it for you. So this was their first Excel class, okay, for the September cohort. I think I took the class. You can see that to me. You can see my glasses. Okay, let me play it a bit. you will see. All right. So you can see me showing how to work with Excel. I was doing conditional formatting here. Let me take it forward. Okay. So here I was trying to do mixed reference. Okay. Excel, solving real world problems as a business analyst. So if any of them had missed this class, for example, or not even missed the class, oh, they just want to go back to do some revision. They can come here and rewatch this particular class and they are good to go. And guess what? Nobody's going to take this away from you ever. It's a lifetime access that you have, you know, to all of these materials. Okay, let me take you fast forward. All right, let's go to Power BI. So this is Power BI. You can see this is the recording also. All right, this is the recording. Oh, I took that class also. It looks like I took the class also for Power BI. Okay, so you can see in that class, that's me again. You can see in that class, okay, we built a dashboard. All right, we built a dashboard together, and you can see we working them all of the all of the frameworks that they need to know. So this is a snippet. This is just me giving you a sniff of what you know be doing in the program. All right. So again, you want to take advantage of the 50% off. Again, it's not going to be on the table for long. Okay. So again, if for any reason you want to reach out to me directly, you can reach out to me via my WhatsApp line 0703-215-8619, or simply contact this particular phone number you're seeing right here, and you'll get the response that you need. Nobody has said on this call that they're taking advantage of the Black Friday. People will come now on Saturday and tell me, "Oh, Mohammed, how about the Black Friday? What's up with that?" Okay, and we'll be telling you that it's off. So this is the time you want to take action. They will tell you, and this is not financial advice, guys. They will tell you, "Oh, S&P 500, go and put your money there, and then you get 10% at the end of the year." That's total garbage, considering the fact that you can invest 160,000 in yourself. You learn a skill that nobody would ask you to pay tax because you have that skill, right? Nobody can take the skill away from you, and you can use that skill to earn. There's no cap to what amount of money you can actually earn as a business analyst with those skills. You can work a full-time job, and on the side, you're working multiple contracts. Okay, you can work in different time zones remotely from the comfort of your home. I work remotely, and I've been working remotely for the past 4 years, and it's one of the best things that ever happened to me in my career life. So these are things that you want to consider. All right. And again, one more time, guys, this deal you're looking at right in front of me is over on Friday. So take action now. Get started. Get into the space. All right. So let me hear. Are there any other questions? Okay. Are there any other questions that anyone would love to ask? The job market is currently saturated. Kimberly says the job market is currently saturated. Different platforms keep churning out graduates. What is the company doing differently to set apart their graduates, giving them higher chances of securing job quality? How is it different from boot camps? Very brilliant question, Kimberly. And I wish Kimberly is still here. Kimberly, are you still here? Okay, I can see Kimberly. Fantastic. Now, let me tell you, what boot camps, let me tell you how we are different. Okay. What other boot camps will do is they'll tell you, "Oh, there is this fancy, career path called business analyst. Come jump on it. Learn this, learn this, learn that." And then you learn the skill, you learn the technical part, and then that's all. Okay. So one of the things that we do differently is that we understand that the goal is for you to get a job. And for that reason, every single session that you attend here at Nebiant is pointing towards you getting a job. Not just are you learning the technical aspect, you also get to learn some, frameworks that are tailored to employability. Okay, for example, on a weekly basis, on Thursdays, you have what we call mentorship session. Now, in these sessions, you would cover things like interview questions, okay? Starting from the basics of how to even introduce yourself in a very compelling way, so that by the time you're done introducing yourself, you've already set the tone of the interview and you get your sessions like that are tailored towards. Okay. Another thing that we do that you won't find anywhere else is what we call our ongoing support. Take it from me for free. You won't find a platform who is dedicated to you after just one registration. So this platform is, consistent in helping you in an ongoing manner, such that after you have finished your program, you not just only have access to your recording, lifetime access to your recording for life, okay, of all your materials and all the recorded sessions. You can also come back in an interview preparation session at no extra cost, Kimberly. Tell me which other platform does that. Okay. Tell me which other platform does that. Plus, we also what we also do is we help you project your personal brand. Okay, being that give you that leeway to say that you are working as a consultant during your stay for as long as you like. After you are you can consultant here at Media Analytics, either as a business analyst consultant, data analyst consultant, depending on your career path. And what that does for you is that you are tapping from our own brand equity. Okay, so you get some brand equity for practically free. Okay, and that way you prepare yourself as a top talent and become more attractive to recruiters. Finally, to cap it up, Kimberly, our curriculum is up to date. Okay, so it's not touch here on the surface here and there, and then we move on. It's in depth. Okay, you're working with astute professionals. Let me show you again so that it's not just all talking. Let me show you a snippet of what I'm talking about. All right, let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'll go to the business analysis classroom to show you some of the projects that these guys have worked on. Okay, let me show you. So again, you can see the important materials there: portfolio, CV, LinkedIn optimization videos. So this is product requirement document. Okay, one of the, I think this is their last model. So the August cohort wrapped up recently. Okay, so if I click on the material, all right, let's click on the material. Okay, building a PRD. So this is the case study. All right, product requirements document. So it's their final class. So their facilitator was like, it was fun when it lasted. So both the instructor and the participants enjoy themselves throughout the program. All right, so there's a table of content. These are the participants. You can see Oluwaseun. So Oluwaseun literally just completed this program. All right, so now these are this is the particular case study that they worked on. Okay, the product requirement document is a key artifact. Okay, just explaining what the um, what product requirement document is, and what they're supposed to do is to carry out what we call user acceptance testing. User acceptance testing. Okay, user acceptance testing. So when you build a project, you're not going to be the one using it. People are going to use it, either employees of the organization or customers on the outside. How what's the rating, okay, that they give your product? So that's user acceptance testing. So you want to evaluate How well do your users find these products that you built? Okay, they did it. They did it right. They meant that encapsulates all the things that they did in that particular class. Let me take you, a little bit further down the line. Okay, you can see portfolio recording, and all of that stuff. Okay, let me show you what they did in Power BI, for example. Okay, so for Power BI, okay, let me show you what their material looks like. All right, so this was for data modeling. Okay, so this was for data modeling. Let's see the second Power BI class. Let's go see their second Power BI class. Okay, brilliant. Let's see it. Okay, so you can see retail operations and customer insight for TSL supermarket. The background of the case, what the object, the overview of the data set, some of the questions in the something like this. Okay, they built something like this and they were able to post it online. Okay, just summarizing some aspects. Okay, so that's a snippet of the kind of problems you'll be solving in class alongside your instructor. That's what it is, Kimberly. So I hope I've been able to answer a question on Kimberly, how this is outcomes that you'll be in. Okay. Okay, so I can see that my team member has even attempted. Precious says, for someone who can we do data don't have the course? So this is what I tell people, Precious. Okay, it's very tech landscape looks like. It is very good to have an interest in niche like software development. That's absolutely brilliant. Okay, but guess what? So many participants that we have currently on the program, all right, also said that, oh, they're interested in software development. And I tell them and I ask them a question. Do you want software development, or you want something that meets these three criteria? Easy to learn, easy to transition, high and rewarding salaries. Software development, you compete very hard with Indians in so many places, okay? Making it super difficult for you to get into the space, right? Easy to transition. How was the influx of opportunities on a weekly basis, on a daily basis? What's the influx of opportunities that you have when it comes to you getting into jobs, right? And then third is the salaries. In as much as software development has fantastic salary offers, it's at par. Okay, you have analytics, business analysis, and data science, especially business analysis. Okay, so even if the margin is not too far apart. So at the end of the day, as a black, as an African, as someone that looks like me, what is the best chance for you to get into tech in 2025? Okay, what you want to look at is data analytics, business analysis, or data science. Now, if you don't know the difference between these three career paths, okay, even if you've fact, I'll say that's the best move for you. Secure your discount. Okay, we can always discuss, and select the best career path for you. So what you want to do now for you, Precious, is understand the differences between these three career paths. Okay, let us try to resonate it with what your goals are, and then what's the best path to get into that space, and then you can get yourself started. Okay, but short answer, can you do data science? Absolutely. Will it bring you close to software development if that's your final goal? Absolutely, because you learn one very key tool that that is used both in data science and software development, which is Python. Okay, so it's very good that you want to start out as a data scientist. That's a brilliant choice. Okay, so let me see if I have more questions before we draw the curtain for today's session. Once again, you want to let me know if, okay, so Kimberly, fantastic. So did you get my phone number? If you want to reach out to me between now and Friday, okay, get my phone number. Reach out to me via WhatsApp. I'll be super happy to put you through once you have, secured your slot. Guys, don't sleep on this, okay? Don't sleep on this. It's an offer you will never see anymore. All right, so get on board, get yourself started. Even if you want to get started in January, you can take this route, secure this particular slot now, and you are good. Okay, so ensure to contact me, fill out the attendance form so that you gain access to the recording. I would have liked if you can show us what other two courses contain. Okay, so CJ, this particular session was meant for just the business analysis. So if you want to know what the other two contains, very brilliant. Did you get my phone line? All you need to do is reach out. Okay, we can have a quick call maybe tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. Okay, very early tomorrow. Brilliant, CJ. So just send me a message. Oh, I am CJ. I was in a session last night, and I'll pick it up from there. Okay, so we can have a quick chat tomorrow. I'll walk you through on what all those other career paths entail. Okay, and we also have a session on Saturday that would cut across all of these three career paths. Okay, but you don't want to wait. Trust me, you don't want to wait till Saturday. Okay, you don't want to wait till Saturday. So let's have that discussion as quickly as possible. I'd have loved to do that here today, but our time is already fast spent, and I would love to draw the curtain as soon as possible. So, guys, again, don't sleep on this particular offer. It's a one-time offer. It's on the table on Friday. Take action now, and I would love to see you guys get yourself started. And by 2025, which is around the corner, you are also eating the tech money. Don't put that money in S&P 500. I'm not giving financial advice, but trust me, you thank me later. Okay. What you want to do is upskill. Okay. Upskilling knows no bound. All right. In terms of the benefit you get for the cost. So this is how I'll draw the session to a close. I really, really loved the energy I received from you guys. And I hope to see you guys in class come December and get results ahead of next year. So cheers, guys, and see you next time.